Welcome, welcome. We have such an amazing lineup tonight. I am so excited. What can I say? um, we've got Catherine the Great. We've got Jobi Riccio. And first, we're gonna have Rahne Alexander. Uh, Rain is one of the femmes that makes the world turn. I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, nothing happens without the power of certain femmes who are just making sure that all the things get done. And like every time I come out to Baltimore to play, Rain's just like, oh, what? I got it. Everything's handled. Like the Olivia Pope of
It's true.
Baltimore.
It's true. We
Also,
love
you're
you.
like, I love you too. You're like a quintuple threat. I can't even count all the things. You're a video artist. You're a writer. That you play folky country music, but also badass punk music.
I do it
What did I
all.
forget?
I do it all.
Oh,
I can't even keep up. You got to go to my website, rain.com, and it has it all there, including things I've forgotten. Lots of things I've
are you
forgotten.
about to be in an exhibit at Baltimore Museum or something? Right?
I have stuff up there now because of the closures. They've done a couple of things. They've got a thing called BMA, Baltimore Museum of Art, BMA Salon. So there's several galleries in town that have curated small exhibits, and I've got a piece in one of those in the Syndicate Gallery. But then I've also got a couple of my video pieces in the screening room. So if you go to the Baltimore Museum of Art page, you can see some of my work there. It's all in, also, I can get my MFA. I'm also in grad school now. So
Oh my God! What? Femmes that make the world turn. I'm so happy that you're here with us today. I
thank you for
am
having me.
to spotlight you.
All
And
right. Thank you so much, Karen. It's so great to be here. So great to be sharing the stage with everybody. And here we go. I'm just going to play. This is kind of an old song, and I've never recorded it for whatever reason. So here we go. Why am I broken? Why all the words out of my mouth all double spoken? I get so tired of self-doubt. You won't believe me if I tell you I feel this way. You will deceive me and leave me hanging on display. But still I've revised these lines 1,000 times through twisted thoughts and stupid rhymes, and I'm beginning to define. Tongue-tied and aimless, your language fails me once again, so I remain nameless, and you can say you knew me when, but still I've survived, and all my tests of time trace to a different dotted line, and I'm beginning to see signs. Why am I broken? Why all the words out of my mouth all double spoken? I get so tired of self-doubt. You won't believe me if I tell you I feel this way, and you will deceive me and leave me hanging on display. But still I've survived, and all my tests of time trace to a different dotted line, and I'm beginning beginning to see signs. And I've revised these lines 1,000 times through twisted thoughts and stupid rhymes. And I'm beginning to be fine. Fine. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's still a little hard to get used to not hearing the roaring, thunderous applause that I get from the 5 to 20 people that usually shows up at my shows. So thank you. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it from all of you out there in Radio Land. So I'm going to do another very old song. So like Karen mentioned, I do play rock music. I've got a band right now called Santa Labrada, which is a very loud band where I'm the vocalist and I get to sing about a lot of my pent-up trans rage in it. But before Santa Labrada, you should go and check us out. You can find us on the web and Bandcamp and all that everything. But before that, I had a kind of a garage punk band called the Degenerates, and we ran for about 10 years, and we were in a movie called Riot Acts, which looked at a lot of trans musicians. And my goal with that band was to kind of be like lesbian Buddy Holly, like a lot of goofy good times kinds of things. And so I wrote a song about the city that I had just moved to, Baltimore, where I am now. And I thought it might use a little reinterpretation slightly. What's funny about the Degenerates is you can find us on Spotify, and we are like so much more popular than my current band for whatever reason. So that's just the fate of the music world. Anyway, so you can find this on Spotify and Bandcamp too if you want. So anyway, here's an ode to my adopted home of Baltimore, Maryland. Good golly, I'd love to go out on the town with you, drive all around, get lost and found with you. Darling, there's nothing more that I would like to do than hit the road with thee. But there's one place that's been on my mind. It's a Shangri-La with a junk food skyline, a sweeter place you'll never find. Baltimore, MD. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Let's hit the road for Baltimore. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Baltimore, MD. Let's hitch a ride for the city that reads. Get in on it where everybody believes. The greatest city in America, the Hollywood of the East. Mobtown, Charm City. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Let's hit the road for Baltimore. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Baltimore, MD. Oh, doctor, doctor, got a fire below, and it burns me every time I go. But I can't stay away from these crab butts and bows. More Baltimore for me. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Let's hit the road to Baltimore. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Baltimore, MD, everybody. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Let's hit the road for Baltimore. Let's go, let's go, let's go to Baltimore. Baltimore, MD. Thank you. That was a last minute addition to my set tonight because I was very afraid that I was just going to do very downer songs because if you're like me, you write mostly downer songs, and it just goes so well with the country kind of vibe, right? Especially the country the way that it is now. So I'm going to do another sad song now. I got a couple more in the queue for you. I'm good on with the time, right, Karen? We're good. Okay, so we got I think 2 more. So I'm going to do one sad song, and then I'm going to do an even sadder song. So this is a song which has multivalent interpretations, but entre nous, since we're here together and we're all friends, I'm just going to tell you this is a song about working in the nonprofit industrial complex. Could also be about just a breakup. You really broke my heart. You left me sad and blue. You tore my world apart, and you took my girlfriend too. I made a brave mistake when I trusted you. I turned my gaze away, and that is when you turn the screw. Well, I got a bad, bad feeling inside. It makes me wanna run, it makes me wanna hide. Is there any place to go from here that isn't down? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing to me? Well, I called you up, questioning everything, like how much did you make and how much did you bring in at the end? At the end of the day, is it worth everything? At the end of the game, is it worth anything? Well, I've been sifting through the evidence, and what I see, it just makes no sense. But I keep on trying. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing to me? Doing what you're doing. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing to me? And it's a shameful thing when all you're really doing is the same old thing as everybody who has ever sat upon a tiny throne. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing to me? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing to me? Thank you. All right, I have one more. And this is one of the saddest songs I've ever written, apparently. Because it always brings up feelings for me when I play this one. Because, you know, relationships, am I right? Oh, okay. I got a good one now, so I'm lucky. Hoping that you all do too, and if you don't, I hope one comes your way soon. and you don't have this experience that's happening in this song. Because this is also a song about the complications of hooking up with an ex. So here we go. This one's called Daylight Savings. How does... Baby, I wanna be with you today. Baby, I want things just this way. But I don't wanna go back to the old days. I don't wanna go back to the old ways. So just sit here a little while and keep me company. Sit here a little while and keep me company. Well, we could put up a fire, smother the ash, shut up the flue, and sweep out the trash, and make it look like we were never here. We can make it look like we were never here. So just sit here a little while and keep me company. Sit here a little while and keep me company, because tomorrow is another day. After all, tomorrow is another day. And as we learned last night on the train, it's all the same fucking day, man, the same fucking day. The same fucking day. Get with the program, turn your clock back. Get with the program, turn your clock back. Get with the program, turn your clock back. Get with the program. I'm gonna give all that I can give. I'm gonna live all that I can live. Baby, if I can manage my expectations. Baby, if I can manage my expectations. Well, tell me, what could I do? What would I do? What should I do?
Woo!
Thank you, thank you.
So good.
Yay, that was so beautiful, Rain. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And all the different sorrows, nonprofit sorrows, heartbreak sorrows.
All of them.
It's good to go. I feel like between the four of us tonight, we're gonna. I always like to say I'm like a full service heartbreak band, but together, especially, like, I feel like we each have a good grip on sad songs. I don't think any of us are invested in the happy songs, are we?
No. I have one that verges on upbeat, but you know.
Oh, I always forget who said this, and I want to credit him. Some a good musician who I like. He said once, "I have sad songs and faster sad songs."
I love that. Caroline Spence says sad songs, happy person, and I try and live like that.
Yeah, happy songs. All right. What do I? Okay. I want to tell you all a couple of things before Catherine starts. One is you can help us all support our local band funds, our local bail funds to support all the protests that are going on right now. If you Venmo Karen and the Sorrows, so send us some cash and then we're gonna give it away. And okay, so do that, and I will put that Venmo in the comments on YouTube and Facebook too. And I want to tell you to remember to support our beloved branded saloon, where we would be right now if we were in real life instead of internet life. And Gerard made me a new commercial that is very sweet. that okay, I'm gonna play for you right now. Assuming I do it right. All right. Do y'all see Gerard?
Got him.
All right, here we go. Gerard, sing for us.
It's queer country time again! Woo! Branded Mrs. Queer Country. But we're happy that you're still pulling it off online. Branded Mrs. is Queer Country. But we're busy making chicken wings and beer. You can go to Caviar or Delivery.com or Uber Eats, Postmates, or Seamless, or DoorDash, or there's a bunch of other ones too. But go to brandedsaloon.com and they link to those places and it's much easier. We're doing that from 5 p.m. till midnight, 7 days a week. You can order online or you can swing on by with your mask and your gloves and order that to go or for pickup. Just swing on by with your mask on. You can order some cocktails. Swing on by with your mask on for vegan food. We've also got merchandise like the shirt that I'm wearing. Also got merchandise like tote bags. Also got merchandise like the shirt that I'm wearing. And a bunch of other stuff. Ow.
So that's what you're missing by not being at Brandon Saloon right now. We got to do everything we can to help them stay in business. And I think they actually have some outdoor tables right now, too. So if you're in Brooklyn and you are hardy, you can go out there. If you are a sickly weakling who's going to be inside for the duration, you can buy merch. And okay, I think I told you all the things I wanted to tell you. Now I'm going to tell you about Catherine the Great, who writes the most beautiful songs. And I love your guitar playing. And we've not played the two of us together.
Played with my twin sister though, so it's
Good. And back in the day, the Skipperdies did get like queer
was that with
country.
Amy?
Yeah, with Amy did a little
Ago
benefit.
then. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad we're finally. I was so excited to come to New York. I had my little Amtrak train ticket. Was gonna, make a weekend of it. So I hope we get to do that eventually when it's safe.
Yeah.
I love trains. Really,
I know you were. You were like, I got my train ticket.
I
I'm
love it. Yeah. It's you can't fly directly out of Lynchburg. You can't do nothing, but you can take the damn train.
I'm so glad you're here tonight. You've won a lot of fancy things like Merle Fest, but you're not too fancy to hang with us, and I appreciate that.
I mean, I would take a room full of queers, even a virtual room full of queers, over Jim Lauderdale any day.
Take that, Jim Lauderdale! We saw him in the elevator at Americana Fest.
That's cool. What kind of shirt did he have on?
I don't remember.
There's a Facebook page dedicated to his shirts. So I would check that out.
I did not know that. Okay. Well, on that note, play us some sad songs, please.
I would love to play some sad songs. So yeah, I'm gonna start with some. Karen was talking about films that run the world. So, the film in my life has built so many things during quarantine, and I've just like played video games. So I'm gonna start with a love song. I also dedicate this one to dogs because it's called Bone. So if you have a dog, let them know I'm singing this to them and give them a treat, please. I love the very bones of you. Your heart, your soul, your mind. If you should ever go, I'd love the space you'd leave behind. With every day that passes, oh, it's hard to know what's true. But I love the very bones of you. In this town where the lights go out too early, I'm just trying to make it through the night. In this town where the lights go out too early, I'm not good, but I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause I love the very bones of you. The ashes and the dust. I do not know the difference between my wants and musts. Sometimes it isn't enough for the best that you can do. But I love the very bones of you. In this town where the lights go out too early, you're the only thing I know that's shining bright. In this town where the lights go out too early, you make me wanna stick it out and fight. 'Cause I love the very bones of you. The sorrows and the joys, and I'll find a way to reach you through this shouting and this noise. The world of 7 billion, no, it don't care much for two. But I love the very bones of you. I love the very bones of you. My dog just sighed dramatically at the end of that one. So the next tune I'm going to play was on a little surprise EP that the Skipperdies did a couple years ago as a way to avoid our family at Thanksgiving by locking ourselves in the basement and recording some songs. But it feels appropriate because so many fucking monuments are finally coming down. And my ancestors were slaveholders, and I hope they're burning in hell. So this is a song about, I guess, fuck white supremacy. It's called Sins of the Father. Everything my grandmother owned was built on blood and sweat and bone, and all her ancestors' brutality. But we've never reckoned for their crimes. We call them victims of their time as we sit on antebellum porches sipping our sweet tea. We say, don't blame us for the sins of our fathers, that we bear their names and claim their stolen land. And We walk through doors they've opened for their daughters, but we never take the chance to make a stand. When the white flag of the war came down, it ended up all over town, on the backs of constables and magistrates. And if we didn't march with them, we shook their hands and called them friends. And when they lit their fires, all we did was turn away. But don't blame us for the sins of our fathers. We've let them in our homes and in our beds, and we've helped them get cleaned up after the slaughter. But we couldn't help it, we were all just kids. These days we mostly stay inside, read all the headlines and cry. This ain't the country that we choose to know. 'Cause we check the right box on the ballot, shake our heads over our salad, saying all of these bad apples, well, they've really gotta go. Don't blame me for the sins of my father. I never even tried to draw the line. I might praise the Lord for pardon, holy waters, but I won't relinquish what was never mine. Please don't blame me for the sins of my father. Though I bear his name, claim his stolen land. And I've walked through doors he's opened for his daughter, but I never take the chance to make a stand. So while I get back in tune, I'm going to shout out my local bail fund. So my portion of the tips is going to Roanoke Jail Solidarity, which are a great group of folks who not only work to bail folks out, but also work to make our jails safer with the eventual goal of shutting them down. But if you're in the area in Southwest Virginia, I would encourage you to follow their Facebook page, get involved. We're all in this together, right? So I'm just gonna plug all the projects I've ever done. I play in a trio of lesbians called After Jack, and we were in the process of starting to make a new record before the Rona hit, and so that's been put on hold. But when it happens eventually, this song is gonna be on there. Oh, you took that hammer and you caught that train. The only thing you left me was a baby and your name. Now you're roaming wild and you're rambling free, while I stare at this reminder that I'm rocking on my knee. A woman's work is never done. I labor from dark to dark, and I toil from sun to sun. A woman's story's never told. You're getting on, you're getting out, and I'm just getting old. Oh, the water here is running dry, while you sail that whiskey river and you watch the girls go by. You don't send no money, I just get bills, but my mama managed to get by, so I guess that I will. A woman's work is never done. life is o'er and I'm finally free, and I go to meet St. Peter, will it just be him and me? For what good is my earthly home if I make it up to heaven, but I don't get to be alone? A woman's work is never done. I labor from dark to dark, and I toil from sun to sun. A woman's story's never told. You're getting on, you're getting out, and I'm just getting old. You're getting on, you're getting out, and I'm just getting old. When I lean back to sing that chorus, y'all know that meme with like the cat singing Country Roads, you know, like with the cowboy hat. It's so good. Jobi's nodding, I think. If you don't know it and you want to know it, like comment or message me and I'll find it and send it to you. All right, well, we're gonna quiet down and do a different flavor of sad, I reckon. So this past weekend was Father's Day, which is often a difficult day for queers. So I'm going to do a song about building a chosen family, reclaiming the world, making your own space in it, right? The world tells us, there's no room for you, get out. And we say, fuck you, I'll find my own place. And then they want it, once we create the space, they want to come in and we got to say, like, we'll make something new, you know? Anyways, I'm really bad at talking while tuning. Anybody who's a old school fan of the Skipperdees knows that was Emily's job. This song is called Be Your Own Dad. And if you're not ready to be your own dad, I will be your dad. You want everyone to think you're clever. You want everyone to be your friend. But you've never done anything for someone that didn't help you out more in the end. But I have made this world my own. I have started something new. I have learned to be the things that I needed from you. No one ever forced you down that aisle. No one held a gun up to your head. Nobody deserves to feel unwanted. But surely you know that all of us did. But I have made this world my home. I have learned to speak my truth. I have forgiven the things that you always excuse. I sleep in on Father's Day, and I don't take your calls. There is nothing I could say to give you any pause. Are you sorry for your loss? 'Cause I have made this world my home. I have started something new. I have learned to be the things that I needed from you. I have made this world my home. And I've done what I had to do to get by without the things I should have had from you. If it hurts, then it's the truth. Do I have time to do one more quick one? Alright, I don't want to end you on, like, such a downer. And I know that Karen sometimes gets comparisons to Dolly Parton, and I have my Dolly mug with me. As a native of East Tennessean, I have been to the happiest place on earth, Dollywood, many a time. This song is based on a true story, although it's not mine, and I'm very humbled to have had the honor to put it into song. I've made a life of bad decisions and things I can't explain. Non-surgical incisions, a hunger for more pain. But of all the things that I have done, this just may be the worst. At least around these parts, I know I'm not the first. Hungover at Dollywood, feels like the rainbow's chasing me. Hungover at Dollywood, the butt of your blazing fury. Hungover at Dollywood, funnel cakes and a sunburn. Can't help but wonder what Dolly would think of how I never seem to learn. Did I forget about our plans, or did I just think I could handle? Well, I reckon that I can't deal with all these socks and sandals. Maybe I could if I were sober, or still a little buzzed. But we'll never know the answer, all because I think y'all know why. I'm hungover at Dollywood, feels like the rainbow's chasing me. Hungover at Dollywood, the butt of your blazing fury. Hungover at Dollywood, sunburnt and eating funnel cake. Can't help but wonder what Dolly would do if she had made my same mistakes. I got a feeling that Dolly would have never missed the shots I had to take. Thanks, y'all.
Woo! Oh my god, that was so amazing. I went to Dollywood for the first time last year.
Did you go to Chasing Rainbows, the Dolly Parton Story Museum, and give it the 5 hours it deserves?
I did it. I probably spent like 3 hours. And then it was closing, and I needed more time. But I have to say, I was like ready for my pilgrimage, and then I felt really out of place. I felt like everyone was looking at me and was like, "Why are you from New York City?" Like, it was a little bit.
If Dolly had been there, she would have welcomed you personally, I'm sure.
I know she would have. Also, it was like things were a lot more extreme than I was prepared for. Like, the roller coasters were just like so extreme. And then I thought, like, okay, I'm going to just chill out. I'm going to go watch the movie.
Did you ride Blazing Fury?
I didn't even ride Blazing Fury. I rode the 1950s one.
Oh, classic, yeah.
And I was just like, ah. So then I went to the movie, and I was like, the movie's going to be chill. Even the movie was extreme. All of a sudden.
AQ and shit?
Yeah, well, like, you're watching it, and then Dolly starts singing, like, her gospel song, like, God, where are you? And it's raining, and then it rains on you in the movie theater. Why?
They do have some, like, sensory, like, accommodations now, though. It's autistic friendly now, so you know.
Oh, that because I couldn't. I was sensory overload.
Yeah.
That's insane. I've
Yeah.
never been to Dollywood. I always live too far away.
Put it on your dream board.
Best. It's
It's
the
on my
best.
Listen,
dream board.
Go play the Blue Plate special in Knoxville and hit up Dollywood.
I was
Yes.
supposed to play the frickin' blue plate special, but tour got canceled.
I know. Yeah, me too. But I did get to play Blue Plate Special on my last tour, and it was so much fun. I love it.
Red Hickey icon.
Yeah, that show was amazing. Oh, we have so many things to talk about. But I also, that song, the Women's Work song, the new one. So where can I listen to it, or I can't? I have to wait for you
It's
to.
not recorded yet, but if afterjackband.com and Afterjack on Facebook, stay tuned. We've been playing it live, so there's probably video somewhere.
Okay, because I want to listen to it again. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think we did it at the Floyd Country Store, which will be a podcast eventually, maybe or was. So I will find some sort of recording and hook you up, and I'm trying to record once it's safe to do so. So, you know, fingers crossed.
Excellent. All right, so one more thing I gotta tell you about before Joby plays. Oh, also just a reminder too, if you want to contribute to our local bail funds, just Venmo Karen and the Sorrows, and I put that up in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. And I've been working over the last year or so to start a group called Country Music Against White Supremacy. Thank you for that rad song, Catherine, about fuck you to our slaveholding ancestors and all of our ancestors as white people who were complicit in all sorts of different ways in putting this system in place. And fuck you to country music and all the ways that it has helped to keep white supremacy in place. But I think, and not just think, I deeply believe that the seeds for resistance are also a deep part of country music, and we do not have to let it be co-opted by the right for their agenda. We can reclaim its power for our agenda. So if you are interested in thinking about how we can fight against white supremacy within country music and how we can use country music to fight against white supremacy, email me at karenandthesorrows@gmail. We're in the middle of putting together a campaign asking people in the industry to pledge to support Black musicians and other people of color musicians in concrete ways. We did a poll of our members what we should focus on, and that was the clear direction. So if you want to help out with that, let me know. I could use some help. Definitely, we're going to need help boosting the signal and trying to hold people to doing something concrete instead of just making empty, random ass statements that mean nothing and just are people watching their ass for continued capitalism. Fuck that. So, anyway, on that note, now let's talk about Jovi, who, thank God, wrote to me because what if I hadn't known about your beautiful music?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted. My dog is barking in the background.
Oh no, do you have to go get your dog?
I'm gonna take like 3 seconds to go check on her. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, not gonna be here unless I.
Yeah, but
I'll be back in 30 seconds.
one must tend to one's dogs. This is important. Well, we can still talk about Jobi while she's gone. Because I like in her bio, she says that she is drawing on both Buck Owens and Joni Mitchell. And I think that that's actually, you're going to hear, like, it's true. These are two things that can and should be brought together, and that she beautifully brings together. Also, her voice is fucking ridiculous. Also, I'm just talking about you while you're talking to your dog.
Oh, she's fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just having a moment.
Anyway, just singing your praises. You also won a bunch of fancy awards lately too, and I'm excited for everybody is so fancy tonight. at the museum, at the Merle Fest, and other, but I have so many fancy festivals. So, sorry, my inner Jewish grandma comes out when I'm combating. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. I'm excited for you to take over the world as soon as you're allowed to leave the house again. And all right, play us some songs, Joby.
Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I miss my own intro, so it's hard for me to know what to say. But I'm gonna start off with a song that is not my own. It is by John Hartford, who is one of my favorite songwriters. And it's called "First Girl I Loved," and I really relate to it as a queer person. I know it's written from a male perspective, so all you chads sit down. I love this song and I love John Hartford. And I've just decided to make it gay for all of us today. All right. I was in love with you well before I knew it meant more than just wanting to be with you. I used to look for other girls who looked like you, but the laws of nature said forget it, son. At least that's what somebody told me. I worried about it a little bit, but that's all. Well, I dreamed that you were Joan of Arc and I was Don Quixote. And everywhere we went, the world was tinfoil. But I gave up dreaming and became a priest and put it right out of my system. I worried about it a little bit, but that's all. Now you used to play the guitar. We worked in a country band, hung out down on the riverbank on Sundays. Your brother was my closest friend. He drove a pickup truck, used to bring me home sometimes from high school. Time love broke completely inside me. We were young and we were learning about it together, and we had enough of what we thought we'd need of those well-known secret fables. I worried about it a little bit, but that's all. I regret the life won't be long enough to make love to all the women that I'd like to, or least of all, to live with the ones I've loved. And I've never regretted a love affair except one, and that's all over. I worried about it a little bit, but that's all. Now I heard you live way up north. Your kids are fat and plenty, and I haven't seen your brother since away last Easter. And if every other girl in the whole wide world was just a little bit more like you, I'd worry about it a little bit, but that's all. Well, you used to play the guitar. We worked in a country band, hung out down on the riverbank on Sundays. Your brother was my closest friend. He drove a pickup truck, used to bring me home sometimes from high school. right. Thank you. Just want to do a quick check on the sound.
The sound is perfect, but now that we moved your mic up from when you came back, it's kind of blocking your face.
Yes. Is my voice loud enough?
Yes, you sound.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
just switch it down a little so we can see your face.
My face. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I figured I'd check in on that because you never know. All right, I'm gonna play a song that I wrote now. I'm gonna switch guitars. This is a song I wrote about being a musician who just graduated from college and doesn't have a lot of money or ways of making money, which is pretty much the same situation all of my friends are in. I wrote this in my mom's garden shed, so I entitled it Shed Song. I put a little video up on my Instagram. You can follow me there at Jobi Riccio if you like this song. Just give me 1 second. I don't want to make... If I forget these lyrics, I'm going to just be mad at myself, so... Let me just grab those because I can. All right. I don't know how to write for myself. My songs were a bit dumb when I was younger, but still I wasn't calculating every line, desperate for a number or a minute of your time. These days all I think about is money, how to make the math make sense. How can I ever afford a future? Paying my dues just keeps me further in debt. What if I'm not as strong as I thought? Sick with my envy, I'll be easily bought. Burn out fast and hard across the sky, just for the head rush of being up that high. Or what if I don't wanna ride anymore? I've said what I could, there's not a single drop more. Could I settle down on the red dusty earth, keep my hands busy and sweat out this hurt? Become a master of living in the past, aching and yearning for the worst times I've ever had. Too consumed to look around at my life and see how much better it's been getting all the time. Thank you so much. I'm glad I pulled those lyrics up because I promise you I would have forgotten them. Kind of wrote that in a stream of consciousness moment. Now for the big guitar switch off. I'm raising money through Karen for the Colorado Freedom Fund, and they're basically a local bail fund. Yeah, and they work with the Denver area, which I think is really important right now with everything going on. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of protests this weekend in Denver um, regarding everything going on with Elijah McClain. So be sure if you are tuning in, if you are a fan, if this is something you want to support, Venmo Karen at Karen and the Sorrows. And that part of that will be put back into the Colorado Freedom Fund. I'm gonna play a song I wrote in quarantine. Actually, it's a whole half step below what I just thought it was. My bad. This song has a cute little video I made also on my Instagram. I hope you like it. Trying to be fine alone, with TV for company and friends on the telephone. Shadows grow and turn the walls navy blue. Trying not to give in to all the emotions I still feel for you. The way I can't touch you, the way you don't call even now. I'm alone in my hometown. My high school graduation gown stares me down. All the photos on the wall, all the dreams I had when I was small, are bringing me to tears tonight. I took for granted most years of my life. I took for granted most things in my life. Trying not to give in to grieving all I have yet to lose, and the sadness in my chest stealing air out of my life. Trying to be good to me, apologizing to my body. I've been so mean and she's fighting to keep me alive. I'm alone in my hometown. My high school graduation gown stares me down. All the photos on the wall, all the dreams I had when I was small, are bringing me to tears tonight. I took for granted most years of my life. I take for granted most things in my life. Oh,
Hey,
Thank
Joby.
you.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Our friends on YouTube want you to turn up a little bit, just up the gain on your whole situation.
Okay, amazing. Oh no, I wasn't looking at the comments.
No, you don't have to. That's my job. But it was I think it's loud enough in some places and not loud enough on others because it's
Oh, shoot.
loud here.
That's always what happens. All right, well, the gain is now up.
Yay! Thank
Hopefully
you,
we could,
YouTube friends.
yeah, hopefully you could kind of hear that song.
I'm sure. Yes, they could hear. They just wanted to hear more.
Oh, okay.
That song was beautiful. I was talking when you went to check on your dog about how you say in your bio about being like a cross between Buck Owens and Joni Mitchell, and that one definitely was making me think that. I just feel like that's
Yeah.
a perfect description of
Oh, thank you. I wrote it myself.
Not everybody does write their own PR though, and you can tell.
Yeah, I wish I had someone else to do it for me, but I'm not there yet.
No,
I hate doing it myself.
it's miserable, but it's good to figure out who you want to say you are because
Yes.
otherwise other people decide and it's not necessarily what you want.
Yeah, I think you wanted like a close friend who also conveniently works in PR
That's
to
true.
do it
Well,
for
that's
you.
the dream.
Yeah, that would be incredibly convenient. Um,
All right, play us more songs.
all right. How much time, what time am I at now?
What, you got time for like one or two more?
Okay, great. I'm gonna do, my friends and I have been working on recording this song. It's kind of my like queer pride song. And it's about, I mean, you'll know what it's about from the song. But I'm hopefully going to be releasing like a little video or something on the internet, so be sure to follow me and stay updated with everything. All right, this one's called Sweet. I can't believe I'm standing here again. All the guys I meet just to lead to dead ends. And all the girls I've wanted never had a clue. And probably don't bat for my team even if they knew. I felt like a mountain, I felt like a mouse. I've heard poison words just fall out of my mouth. But I can swallow my pride, I can apologize. And if you give me half a chance, I can try. But let me tell you, I don't know how to be sweet. I don't know how to play a cool girl fantasy. And affection's two directions. It's not just a one-way street. I'm just not that sweet. Cause my heart gets scared and sometimes shows its teeth. But if I'm yours, I will love you honestly. So who cares about being sweet? I've tried to be softer, more digestible. Diet versions of myself, terrified of feeling full. I've squeezed these hips into someone else's jeans. And I have said I'm sorry when I didn't need to be. Am I right, ladies? I curse when I'm angry. Shit, I curse when I'm not. I've come off too cold and I've come on too hot. So if we meet eyes from across some crowded room, I ain't ever gonna try to hide the truth. I'm just not that sweet. I don't know how to play a cool girl fantasy. And affection's two directions. It's not just a one-way street. I'm just not that sweet. Cause my heart gets scared and sometimes shows its teeth. But if I'm yours, I will love you honestly. So who cares about being sweet? Who cares about being sweet? I'm just not that get sweet, 'cause my heart gets scared and sometimes shows its teeth. But if I'm yours, I will love you honestly. If I'm yours, I'll give you all of me. So who cares about being sweet? All right, thanks so much. My name's Jobi Riccio. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here.
Oh, is that the last one? Oh, hey, that song's a fucking country gold.
Thank you. I grew up on a lot of like early 2000s and 90s country, like, and Sheryl Crow.
Oh,
You know the songs by Sheryl Crow that I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was Sheryl Crow and her deep influence
now that
on
you
my...
mention it, I'm like, I could hear Cheryl cutting that song. Yeah.
Every day is a winding road. Every
I
time I
like
get in
that
my
song
car.
better though than honestly any Sheryl
Yes.
Crow song.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
It's so good, and it really made me want to sing along like harmony. I
Yeah.
the whole Nashville production of it. That song.
Yeah. We're doing that all like kind of remotely, just for fun. Like
Oh, good, good.
lap steel and drums and bass and me on telly and
Yes,
sorts
that's
of fun
exactly
stuff.
what I was imagining.
yes. It's gal ripping the riff. Sounds better on Telecaster.
That's all three of you have a lot of work to do in the studio, whether remotely or whatever, because you're playing all these songs that they're not recording that I want to listen to. So I've got demands.
They will be met. They will be met, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Oh, I gotta play a couple songs.
Yeah, you do. Give it up, ladies. Karen. Sorrows.
What do I gotta remind everybody of again? All right, bail funds. Everybody's bail funds because there's a lot more protests to come, and then we gotta bail everybody out of jail. So, Venmo to Karen and the Sorrows, and this weekend is an amazing festival called Porch Pride from Bluegrass Pride. It's a bluegrass Quarantine festival, and I am playing on Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific Time. Second, it starts out at 1 o'clock Pacific Time, and in all day on Saturday and all day on Sunday. And holy fuck, is it a lineup of queer superstars, a lot of people who I love and who I've been lucky enough to play with over the years, like Sam Gleaves and Amethyst Kia, and a lot of people I'm obsessed with and want to come and play. It's just, it's an amazing lineup, so make sure that you check it out, and it's a really great way to support a lot of incredible bluegrass musicians who right now can't work. My day job's still going because I'm a writing coach, so I'm donating back my fee. But we got to take care of our protesters, and we got to take care of our musicians. So yeah, yay for Bluegrass Pride! I'm so glad for everything they do. Okay. Let's see. I've been trying to get used to not having a band. It's lonesome for me because I'm not like that psyched about just playing guitar by myself. But one nice thing is that I can always play whatever song I want. I don't have to make sure that the band has practiced it or anything. Cut my hair and clean my mess. Why won't you come back to me? Put on my best party dress. Why won't you say my prayers down on my knees? Why won't you come back to me? Be a good girl, obsessive love songs into this song. It's a little more political. This is from my second album, and it's called Price of the Ticket. I was thinking a lot about my ancestors and my family who came over all from Eastern Europe during the pogroms, who are all Jewish, and escaping that violence, and what did it mean to come here and to be able to become white and have this kind of privilege that they never had before, and to let go of their own experiences of oppression and instead come down on the side of the oppressors. And I know this is cheesy, but I thought I would read you a little bit of it. So, Price of the Ticket, it comes from a James Baldwin essay. It's the introductory essay to his collective nonfiction, and whatever. I know everybody's all up on James Baldwin lately, but I read this for the first time like 20 years ago, and I still think about it almost every day. So I was just thinking I'd read it to you. To do your first works over means to re-examine everything. Go back to where you started, or as far back as you can. Examine all of it. Travel your road again and tell the truth about it. Sing or shout or testify or keep it to yourself, but know whence you came. This is precisely what the generality of white Americans cannot afford to do. They do not know how to do it, as I must suppose. They come through Ellis Island, where Giorgio becomes Joe, Papa Vassilou becomes Palmer, Evangelos becomes Evans, Goldsmith becomes Smith or Gold, and Avankian becomes King. So with a painless change of name, and in the twinkling of an eye, one becomes a white American. Later, in the midnight hour, the missing identity aches. One can neither assess nor overcome the storm of the Middle Passage. One is mysteriously shipwrecked forever in the great new world. I think about that part all the time, but it's a good essay. So this song is called Price of the Ticket. Oh wait, that's not the right place. Write your notes back to home in an alphabet they can't read. Save your change for the phone. No line could ever reach back to a person that you'll never be, to a country that you'll never see, to a language that you'll never speak. Did you fall so far somewhere they never dreamed? Did they make you the star of a story that never rings true, about a person that you'll never be, in the country that you'll never see, in a language that you'll never speak? La, hold you down to hold me up? When will we just rise up? I just got two more for you. This one, God, all of my songs seem like they were written about this apocalyptic moment. I guess that's what they're like. This is a love song for the apocalypse, I guess. Yeah. And that we don't have control over all the things that people in power do and try to do to us, but we can keep loving each other. Oops. What is wrong with me? Count out all the days. Count out all the years. Now that you're all alone, who do you wish were here? Did I waste all my love to wind up with nothing true? Or is there no wasted love? Is any love is something true? Something true. What gets left behind? What can you not say? What if the end of time washes us away? Did I waste all my love to wind up with nothing true? Or is there no wasted love? 'Cause any love is something true. Something true. Something true. Oh, the fires will come. Oh, when they're guns, there's nothing they can't do to us. So I guess I might as well keep loving you. Did I waste all my love to wind up with nothing true? Or is there no wasted love? 'Cause any love true. Something true. One more love song. I don't usually have a lot of. I mean, that song's not that happy because it's kind of just like if they murder us all, at least we loved each other. And this one is the happier of the two. It's probably this is the happiest I get. This is from my first album, Star. It's a good song for pride. It's just about loving someone that you know is in danger every day in the world and how scary that is, but also what are you gonna do? All we can do is love each other. I mean, it's not all we can do, but it's all we should do. My hands got sweaty. They're sticking to the strings. It's gross. I don't know why I'm telling you that. You can wait your whole life for what's safe. Board the windows up and walk away. It's made to make us disappear. My love rings just as strong and clear. If I wander off too far, I'll still know just where you are. The city lights are bright, but I gotta bring everyone back.
I was
Okay.
slow dancing with my cat to that song.
I saw! I was
Yeah,
honored. I was honored. I love a slow dance with a cat.
She didn't love it, but don't take that personally.
Well, that's cats for you. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight to listen. Thank you, Catherine, Rain, and Jobi. You need to go and be everybody's friends with them on the internets, on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Twitters, and know about their music and buy it because it's good. And that's what we all need. It's good music, and don't forget to help us support our local bail funds by Venmoing Karen and the Sorrows. And we're sending you lots and lots of queer country love. Happy Pride, everybody. Hang in there.
Thank you, Karen, for hosting.
My pleasure. Next time in real life.
Yes. Bye, y'all.